Welcome to Ipoh. We weren't sure whether to come here or not because we've heard some mixed reviews. In fact, in the last place we were at in Georgetown, we were talking to a local and she said, "Why are you going to Ipoh? There's nothing to do there."
So we decided to make a stop here on our way to the Cameron Highlands and see for ourselves if Ipoh is worth visiting.
So come and join exploring the city to decide whether or not it's worth visiting.
In this video, we set out to experience a little bit of everything Ipoh has to offer, from iconic delicious food and streets filled with colorful murals to a breathtaking cave temple and stunning architecture, all while uncovering the city's rich history.
Before we start exploring Ipoh, we need to fuel up on a traditional breakfast. We're here at a dim sum place and it's already really bustling back there.
Yeah, our host recommended for us to come here for breakfast. It's the local way, and we heard that Ipoh is the second best place in entire Malaysia to get dim sum, only after Kuala Lumpur. So that's a dish you have to try here. I'm excited. It's actually my first time trying it.
Yeah, I have had dim sum before in Toronto at a very traditional place as well, and I really liked it, but I have never had it for breakfast.
Oh wow, and I see a lot of people, so I think this is indeed very popular.
Okay, let's get in line, get a number, and hopefully we're not waiting for too long. Okay, so we were just sat down, ordered some green tea, and this already arrived. Hi, it's our first time. Okay, yeah.
And this is when we realized we were in way over our heads. We're nodding along, pretending we totally understand, but we had no clue what we were actually ordering. In the end, we just said yes to a bunch of dishes that looked good and ended up with way too much food.
Well, that was a little overwhelming. She's just explaining all the things that she had on her tray, and yeah. I think we ended up with prawn, I believe.
I think so too, yeah.
It was really hard to choose, but I'm excited to try it. Am I trying it first? Okay. It's very sticky.
Is it good?
Yep.
Okay, somehow the table is basically full already. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different things, and they keep coming with more stuff. Thank you, good for now. At this point, we kind of like politely have to say we're gonna wait a little bit later because we haven't even started eating yet. It's crazy, so many things. Everything looks very delicious.
Well, that was a bit overwhelming at the beginning, but the staff is so friendly and they really helped us out. The food is delicious. We got some bao, some dumplings. It is incredibly busy, and there's still a line outside. And we were like the only tourists there. It's so funny, but just incredible. Highly recommend.
Now that we are all fueled up from the delicious dim sum, can highly recommend it to go there. We are ready to explore the oldest cave temple here in Ipoh, Poh Tong.
And already, just through the entrance, looks pretty epic. With the cliff as the background, a beautiful garden. Wow, look at all the
bonsais, and there's a pond there as well.
A pond with fish in it. It's very well maintained, stunning.
But the real attraction is
on the other side.
On the other side. When you walk inside the cave temple, you're greeted by tons of Buddha statues and like shrines. It looks really nice, but the real thing is actually on the other side. There's an opening to this beautiful temple here on the left.
It's so incredible.
It is really incredible. It's definitely the main highlight of this cave temple.
What an epic backdrop.
Wow, you have like the limestone cliffs left, right, all around the temple.
All around you.
Really cool, very impressive.
It feels very secret in here.
Yeah.
This is a great stop, and it's only just 10 minutes away from the city.
Yeah, it's very close, so definitely recommend stopping by here. We've explored pretty much everything at this temple now, and we have not yet had coffee. Can you believe that?
Yeah, he usually starts the day with coffee, especially you. But we swapped it out with green tea this morning, but it's time, I think.
It's time. And Ipoh actually has a very special kind of coffee that I have never had in my life before.
Yeah, it will be our first time. I'm very excited to try it.
Very excited to try it now. Ipoh is famous for white coffee, and we will be trying it at Yoon Loong coffee shop.
It was established in 1937, and it's credited to be the one that created white coffee. So
it definitely still looks very local.
It's supposed to be an authentic place to try it. So let's check it out.
Check it out.
It definitely still has that like
local charm.
Yeah.
Since Diana is lactose intolerant, I have to sacrifice myself trying this delicious coffee. And so white coffee is actually coffee where the beans were roasted in margarine. It gives it a more like buttery, full taste. And then there's some condensed milk in it as well. Now I usually drink my coffee black without sugar, so it's definitely a little bit more like a sweet treat, but it looks really, really good, very frothy already, and very, very excited to try this. Oh yeah, that's different. Not as sweet as I thought, so it's not as sweet as like the egg coffee that you would get in Vietnam, but still on the sweeter side. Very, very full, very rich, and strong. Strong coffee is always good.
Just a short walk away from the cafe, you'll find Market Lane filled with street art. It's a really short but cute, cozy street.
Yeah, and it's so cool because the street art here actually reflects the history of the town and the local life here. So Ipoh used to be one of the richest tin mining cities in the entire world, and you can definitely see this in the street art here as well.
And what's really interesting too is that some of the street art was done by the same artist as the murals in Georgetown, although there aren't as many as you'll find in Georgetown.
Yeah, but the good thing as well is that there is not that many tourists here, so you have a little bit more space. I mean, there's still a few people taking pictures over there and here as well, but it's definitely way more quiet.
It's definitely not as crowded as Georgetown, that's for sure.
Right next to Market Lane is Concubine Lane, and that is definitely the busiest street here in Ipoh and the main attraction. It is said that it once was owned by a very wealthy tin mining businessman, and he actually gifted this lane to one of his mistresses. That's why it's called Concubine Lane.
Yeah, and it was destroyed by a fire, but it was rebuilt, and you can definitely tell it's the busiest attraction in the city for sure. It's funny because the city is so quiet, and then you turn to the street, you're like, oh, this is where everyone is.
And the funny thing is it's all like souvenir shops.
Pretty much, one after another. A few food stalls, but not too many. I feel like it's more like the viral, like colorful type of food here.
Yeah. I saw one or two street arts as well, but that's pretty much it. It's nothing, I mean, you have to visit it, but it's definitely not as picturesque. We were walking in here thinking that it's a very beautiful street.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a little bit disappointed, I have to say.
It's a little underwhelming, but if you look up, it is like interesting.
It is,
buildings,
absolutely.
But the souvenir shops are a bit distracting.
Yeah.
Walking around the city, you can see the colonial influence of the British and the architecture, especially with the clock tower behind me, the town hall, and the railway station that we're walking towards right now.
The railway station here in Ipoh is over 100 years old. It was finished by the British in 1917 in there, I believe it's called Raj style. It's an Indian style of architecture, and it is often referred by the locals here as the Taj Mahal of Ipoh.
We are ending our day here in Ipoh, and we have some mixed feelings. On one hand, there is some really nice architecture and street art, and the food is definitely amazing. But there's not that much to explore in the city. It's just a few corners that are really nice. Yeah,
I totally agree. The architecture very similar to Georgetown. It is definitely more quiet here, but I mean, if you only have a little bit of time, I would skip it.
Yeah,
right?
If you have a lot of time, it is worth maybe one stop, a day of exploring on your way to Cameron Highlands. But I do think you can skip it if you've already done Georgetown, just because of the similarities. Georgetown has more of that beautiful architecture and more street art and even more variety of food. So maybe a bit of an unpopular opinion, sorry, but this is our honest review that it is a place that I think you can skip. But we have shown you the city and there are some lovely parts to it. We have enjoyed our time here. So we'll leave it up to you. What do you think? Would you visit Ipoh? Let us know in the comments below.
We hope this video really helped you making the decision of coming here or not. We have many more videos coming up from Malaysia, so make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and comment down below. That really helps us out. And I think, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one in the Cameron Highlands.
Bye.
Bye.